Have you ever wondered why January 1st is New Year's Day? It's a question that might seem straightforward, but the answer is far from simple. How did we come to agree on this date as the beginning of a fresh year? Was it a random pick, or is there a hidden tale waiting to be unearthed? The origins of this date might seem arbitrary, but there's more than meets the eye. You might be surprised to learn that the story behind this date is steeped in centuries of tradition, superstition, and even fear. To unravel this mystery, we must travel back in time to ancient Rome. Picture a bustling city of marble and stone, where the echoes of chariots and market cries fill the air. It was here, in the heart of this mighty empire, that the story of New Year's Day began. The day we now celebrate as the start of a new year was first established by none other than Julius Caesar himself. It was the year 46 before Christ, and Caesar, in his infinite wisdom, decided to align the Roman calendar with the solar year. He declared January 1st as the beginning of the new year, a day to honor Janus, the Roman god of beginnings, transitions, and endings. Janus was a unique deity, depicted with two faces, one looking to the past and the other to the future. It's no coincidence that the first month of the year, January, is named after him. This was a time for Romans to reflect on the past and look forward to the new year with hope and anticipation. While Caesar's calendar reform was widely accepted, New Year's Day was not just about aligning the calendar with the sun or honoring Janus. It was also a day of feasting, revelry, and giving gifts. Romans would exchange sweet fruits and honey and even coins with Janus's face imprinted on them as a symbol of luck for the year ahead. But not all was sweet and merry. Like any good story, our New Year's tale has its share of fear and suspense. The Romans believed that the manner of their celebration would determine their fate for the coming year. If the day was filled with joy and generosity, the year would be prosperous. But if the day was marked by quarrels and ill will, the year would be filled with misfortune. So, the Romans firmly established January 1st as New Year's Day. But how did it become a global tradition? Stay tuned as we unravel more of this fascinating story in the next scene. While the Romans might have started the tradition, it took a few more centuries for the rest of the world to catch on. As the centuries rolled by, New Year's Day began to ripple out from Rome, gradually permeating the rest of Europe. During the Middle Ages, the tradition started to take hold in earnest. However, even as the custom spread, it was not simply adopted wholesale. Instead, each culture it touched added its own unique spin to the celebration. In Scotland, for instance, the last day of the year, known as Hogmanay, became a time for merriment and the exchange of symbolic gifts, such as coal for warmth and shortbread for sustenance. Over in Spain, the stroke of midnight is met with the eating of 12 grapes, one for each chime, believed to bring good luck for the coming year. Yet not every culture celebrates New Year on the 1st of January. For some, the New Year begins at a different time. The Chinese New Year, for example, is determined by the lunar calendar and usually falls between January 21st and February 20th. In Iran, New Year, or Nowruz, is celebrated at the spring equinox, marking the beginning of the Persian New Year. So the New Year's Day we know today is a blend of many cultures and traditions. But there's one more twist to this tale. Fast forward to the 21st century, and New Year's Day has taken on a new meaning. It's no longer just a day on the calendar, but a symbol of renewal and hope. It's a day when people across the globe bid farewell to the old and usher in the new, often with grand celebrations and spectacular fireworks lighting up the night sky. But it's not all just about the revelry. It's also a time for introspection, for making resolutions and setting goals. It's a day when we take a step back, evaluate our lives, and decide what we want to change or improve in the coming year. And while the specific traditions and customs may vary, the underlying sentiment remains the same. A chance for new beginnings, for fresh starts. So when you celebrate New Year's Day, remember, you're partaking in a tradition that's been thousands of years in the making.